Welcome back to Imperial Splendor. As we wait outside Warsaw here for a huge battle, we of course also have some forces over here in the Vilnius, Lithuania area that have been pretty badly beaten up due to previous fights. Last but not least, our third army all the way down here in Azerbaijan. Now, I've actually sent them back here. I was going to actually scout out and head towards Baghdad, which I think would be an absolute gem for Katerina. We just really can't go for that right now. There's also been discussion in the comments section. I always tell you guys to please use that when you have a chance about potentially going to India and creating, that's right, a Russian colony in India to try and increase our value here. So I'm going to end the turn here. I am hoping that we're, number one, going to come out of bankruptcy, which I believe we are, and number two, going to get attacked here. I'd also like to let those of us that those people that were talking about the research know I did figure it out. I've selected 4 different schools and 4 different research classes. Hopefully, if I don't forget, we'll take a look at that during this video. So I think we're well on the way to becoming a more advanced Russia, just like Peter the Great would have wanted. And here we go, guys. What do you know? We might have better troops, but the enemy absolutely outnumbers us by nearly 1,000. Let's see what happens here. Keep your fingers crossed, and let's hope that Russia wins the day. For Catherine! Well, an almost gloomy day on the battlefield, and with the enemy outnumbering us so significantly, I actually think I'm going to have to split up some forces. I'm going to put some of my riflemen over here. They've got some actual dragoons to assist them. Of course, you know the dragoons can also fire. So I'm going to bring them over, and I'm even going to grab this Garrisoni Battalion, put them here on the left. I'm expecting the Polish to break right through this left side. In fact, I'm going to move up to the edge of the forest here. For those of you that haven't noticed, guys, I have put on the no flags mode. Some people requested it for realism, so if you enjoy that and you want to see more, just let us know in the comments down below. That really helps to let me know kind of what you guys want to see and what you prefer, basically. Let's go ahead and unlimber our batteries. We should have done this before. I'm also going to select that beautiful explosive shot here, and the same over here. I almost want to send some infantry over here, but I'm going to let them come to us. We've got a decent, I wouldn't say an advantage on the battle, but we can see the enemy, basically, which is a start. And look at that. The fire begins. They're already firing over us here. Garrisoni Battalion. Just going to get to the edge of the forest here. And that is our exploding shot, my friends. Just falling down upon the enemy. It's exactly what we want to see. Some more of that, so I'm actually going to try to keep them in this position. Let's begin firing. Grenadier Regiment approaching. Hard to see them, actually, with all this fog, I'll admit that. Let's also take our Dragoons over there on the left side and see if we can't work some magic. Garrison. Streliet. We need someone that's even better, and that's going to be the Semovelsky Polk. These guys actually know what they're doing. The garrison units are great, you know, but unless they're highly trained, they're not going to be nearly as effective in battle as a good old-fashioned line infantry unit. We've even got the powdered wigs to go with it. That is pretty nice. Come on now. You need that powdered wig action to be able to win a battle these days. All right. I'm going to leave it to them to deal with that situation. So we basically got a firing line around this forest here. We are bringing some cavalry in as well, but I think I'm just going to use them to open fire on the enemy there once again. Let's see if the enemy has anybody approaching, and we can see their standard battle line approaching right there in the middle. That's looking pretty beautiful, but it's mostly firelock armed citizenry. That doesn't mean they can't still be a threat. And I'm actually thinking we should make it a little more difficult for them. Let's send out a Semonelsky Polk unit and start doing some damage right now. I'm going to completely focus on the Grenadiers. Come on. Got the Yegersky Korpus. This is our light infantry unit. We can even deploy stakes if we want. Let's try that, actually. Maybe that's not such a good idea. I'm going to try it anyway. Not seeing much of the enemy cavalry. Well, the enemy general is appearing at the edge of the battlefield over there. Alright, we got the stakes. Look at that, and just in time, their cavalry arrive. Let's open fire on those Dragoons. Dragoon against Dragoon combat. Hurrah! And there we go, they are driving into the stakes. Let's see how useful these stakes actually are. Oh my goodness, come on, reload. It's gonna be the end of the battle before you guys reload. Nice! That's what I'm talking about. Pretty nice shot there. 75 down to 20. And the Corpus unit is currently actually engaged in combat with a tremendous amount of just foot units. You know what? We're gonna send our cavalry in. Cavalry! We'll not leave our boys behind. We just can't come back on those pikes. It'd be like driving over a security clearance in a parking lot and then backing up. We can't do that. In fact, even this is pretty risky. But I want our cavalry to come to the aid of our men. Oh my goodness, look at that. Enemy cavalry coming in as well, man. They know what's going on here. I'm almost tempted to get into square formation, but we're dealing with a lot of enemy units here. Let's take this cav, and we're going to try to break the Grenadier Regiment. Charge! I think it's our best bet at defeating them here, or else they're just going to shoot us down. Hopefully these sabers will do more than just parade around. We're going to let them do their thing. Cavalry. Alright, at this point we could just focus on firing, although some of our guys are going to go for the charge. Beautiful. Let's make it happen, guys. If we can break them here, then so be it. Looks like we've sent their cavalry running. What about over here? The main line of battle, guys. Switch to canister shot. And I'm worried because it looks like we've got some enemy cavalry here. They've overrun our infantry. I'm going to get into square formation. I know it's a bit late for that. But I'm going to do it anyway. In the hopes we can still claim a victory. Hold for now. Hold for now, men. We're gonna break right through. Let our men focus on the rest of the units and go to the next group of Grenadiers. We really have to thank our Dragoons here. They have absolutely given their lives, literally, for a potential victory. Cavalleria. There we go. Grenadiers running towards us. I don't know if they're running in terror. Oh yeah, they are running in terror. Or potentially charging. That's not happening. Although it did cost the lives of many a fair Dragoon. So I'm going to try to save the rest. And by save, I mean just use them against this armed citizenry unit. Alright, let's head out, deal with them. And just to be extra safe, I'm going to move my general into the shade of these trees, where he can have some champagne. Perhaps, I don't know, what do generals do at this time? Just kind of survey the battlefield? Smoke a cigar, those fine things. We need to get a better shot on these guys. Let's get into position. At the double step. Our infantry is going to ultimately win this battle, but it has been a hell of a fight just to dislodge some Grenadier units here at distance. I'm not so sure we're going to be able to just go straight through to Warsaw, guys. We might have to come back here. I just don't see us breaking through. Don't have enough men, even if we do win this fight. Streliet. Enemy cavalry is right there. I'm going to try to fire on them, although they are slightly out of range. The only thing I don't like about this particular view is it's very hard for me to tell what's going on. Once we get stuck in like this, it's much harder to know what's happening. Alright, we still have cavalry that is working overtime. Let's charge this Firelock armed citizenry. Just trying to make the most of each and every charge here. Really get the full impact. Hopefully many of these men can be helped. Of course, many of the wounded during the battle do come back to fight again. Although these guys have really been in the thick of things. I'm not sure how many of them are going to come back. Alright. Wonderful. Die, you Polish dogs! Yeah, that citizenry is definitely converging here to cause us some problems. There we go. Wow. Amazing job, men. Amazing job. And yes, we will chase some of them down, but of course our main focus has to be the remaining enemy units. Although I think we need to try to run down as many of them as possible. Whether or not we decide to go for Warsaw right now, of course. Ah, yes. Men of honor and men of leisure. Just slash the man across the face. You gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, let's charge them as well. And I'm actually going to bayonet charge this group. Hurrah! The Admiraletsky Battalion has won many a close combat charge. They didn't earn those stripes by accident. Bayonets! Charge the cannons as well. Although I agree it's a bit of overkill. And let's charge the Firelock armed citizenry. Bayonets all across the battlefield. It is the decent conclusion for this kind of fighting. And I'm going to keep the general just here kind of close to the men. I don't want him getting shot down. It's the last thing we need. And look at that. We still have some Firelock armed citizenry behind our lines. You crazy men. Let's charge. Bayonet time. Maybe even against the Grenadiers, although I suspect that's going to be a little bit more challenging. While that happens, our good old-fashioned cavalry are going to run down the rest of the enemy units. And I see this as a sort of evolution. I know this is going to sound really cruel, but with our men dying here, number one, we're going to save money next turn and possibly be able to just raise another army. Number two, the remaining men are going to be extremely experienced and are going to be able to help us in upcoming wars and battles. So I'm excited about this. Even the garrison units get to do their work. So many fallen during this battle, I'm not going to lie. That guy just caught a bullet in the gut. But the important thing is that we win. Oh, well done, boys. Well done. Well done. They know how to deal with Polish peasants. Run while you still can. They're going to run through that gauntlet of bayonets, and now, of course, we've got to go for the Grenadiers. Now, Grenadiers are known for being good in close combat situations, but I think we can overwhelm them just with numbers alone. Let's see if any of our other men are facing combat, or if that's it. Man, what a battle. What a battle. This is going to take up the entire episode, I think. It's just, I didn't expect it to be that rough. Holy crap. Here we go, boys. We need the Semovinsky Polk to win a victory here. They are our most decorated units. Well, not really. Not really. Come on. Reinforcements are arriving. Don't worry, boys. We've got the garrison battalion arriving as well. This is Russia's day for sure. Man, those grenadiers are damn good fighters. He just choked our man to death there with his rifle. Oh, one of our boys just got stabbed. They are winning slightly. We might have to send these cavalry units back. They're having such a great time, though, stabbing away at the enemy here. I wonder, should I send in the general? Probably not. This is one really easy way to get your general killed. But I'm a stubborn bastard, and I am going to charge with our general. How dare they continue to fight? I just can't accept it. And wait a minute. Enemy general here. I don't know what he's doing. He's being crazy and attacking us. Let's get into square formation. And potentially we can take out the enemy, or the general's bodyguard. Let's see. Alright, towards the fighting, general. As you can see, they've already sent one of our units running. Looks like the Semonensky Polk are holding them back, though, and causing some damage there amongst them. That's what I like to see. But the cavalry are still quite a ways off. Even our general unit is quite a ways off. There we go. Jan Henryk Dabrowski is dead. Don't have to worry about that little Polish scoundrel anymore. And it looks like even the grenadiers, now that they've lost their general, have lost all hope. Ah, you gotta love when that happens. Let's get a celebratory volley here before we end it. Alright, nice shot. Very nice shot. And that's gonna be it, guys. What a fight, man. Just look at the casualties here. An amazing amount of Polish dead, but also a tremendous amount of cavalry dead. And just men dead on all sides here. This has been an incredible battle. The true subjugation of Poland has taken place. And that's the final tally. 1,516 of the Polish killed, 767 of our own men killed. I don't think that's going to be enough to take the area. Now, the Persians want a peace treaty. I'm definitely not interested in that. We have a lot more of their land we want to take. And unless the Ottomans declare war on us, I really see no use for the Persians. Let's see.
Rioting has broken out in this region as the...
Let me know, guys, also what you think of that new flag mode. That really, really helps. Now, of course, East Prussia is beginning to revolt, and the question is, do we take a gamble and try to attack the enemy here in the actual city of Warsaw and hopefully get a victory, or do we pull back and reassess, rearm our forces? I think the right thing to do here is to see if they'll surrender. Okay, they won't surrender. I really wish we could, retrain these men, re-equip them and stuff, but I think we have to go through with this. I think we have no choice. I'm going to auto-resolve this one. A victory. This is only because we have a tremendous general here. And now we just need to, well, kind of wait. I'm going to start rebuilding his army immediately. This is going to be unbelievably expensive. And again, we have so many other units that I would like to fix up right now. A lot of different iron mines and gold mines that we could actually build to bring in an additional income. So let me first see if we could do that. And maybe we can just rebuild the army later. Of course, we are going to need that army to fight off any enemy excursions, etc. This is going to get pretty tough. See, we've got so many different things that I'd like to upgrade. And currently, we need to also research. In fact, let's do that right now. We've got everything being researched right now over here on top with our educational buildings. I wanted to see if I had additional buildings for research purposes, but I don't. Now, of course, we could knock down a few more manufactories, etc., and do that, but I don't think I will right now. In fact, I am going to do this. Let's actually see if we can just go ahead and build an iron mine, because we need some more income rolling in if we ever want to be able to afford our current wars, let's say. Looks like we could even build a building here in Moscow. Anything that makes money? Nope, unfortunately not. What about here? That's what I'm talking about, guys. Some clearances. It's just a little bit to population growth. We really need something even more steady than that. And there we go. So it's going to have to be the steam-pumped iron mine. It's only going to take 3 turns, and it should bring in a tidy profit. We desperately need that to fund our future wars. And let's see what we do with the Polish here. What do you guys think we should do? They do still have a huge army in Silesia here. I'm really thinking of offering them peace in exchange for them letting us keep Vilnius, Lithuania here. And Minsk, Belarus. I think if we could just hold on to that, we've got a key into Europe, and hopefully they can just kind of be, well, of course, that group that lost to us, basically, so they won't fight us in the future. At least that's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below, and thank you so much for continuing with this series. I really do want to keep this one going, so like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we'll see what we can do. Take care, folks.